everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you might have gathered from the thumbnail, today we are going to be doing a little getting ready with me, but it's going to be a little different because I'm going to start off with the proper way to use a makeup wipe. I have to shout out Almay. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I'm partnering with them to show you how to properly use a makeup wipe. I say this because I have so many friends, younger relatives, I'm not gonna name any names, but I have so many people in my life that are significantly younger than me, like in their mid-20s, early 30s, and they just sometimes don't see the importance of washing their face at night, especially those nights when we go out. They're like, no, it's okay, I just won't wash it today, I'll wash it tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it makes me want to cringe, because if there's one thing that I could go back and tell my younger self, or those days when I would go out partying and be like, oh, it's okay, I'll just sleep in my makeup, take a makeup wipe to your face and just get that layer off of your skin, because it's only going to help you in the future. And I say that because when you're 25, you may not see the repercussions of not taking care of your skin, you know, in a week, a month, or even a year. It's more so down the line, like when you're my age, when you're 38, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I see deep set wrinkles or fine lines. That's when you start noticing it. So honestly, you gotta keep up with your skincare. And when I was doing some research and I realized that there's really nothing on how to properly use a makeup wipe. It's all on, you know, why makeup wipes aren't good, or here's a makeup wipe I like and why. So I thought this would be a great way to kind of share some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, especially for those times that you just can't get to cleaning your face like with a 5-6 step method, because there are those times, especially when I'm traveling, believe it or not, when I'm camping. Like, we've gone places where it's just not accessible. So normally for me, I only use makeup wipes to transition looks. Like if I'm going from, you know, a different eye color, or if I'm going from a really dramatic lip to something more nude, that's primarily what I use makeup wipes for. I always keep a stash right next to my bedside, because there are those days or nights where I just cannot muster up the energy to go get up and wash my face. And honestly, I would rather take a wipe to it and do it in the most effective way than go to sleep with all of this on. You know what I mean? I'm going to go over as well what I'm using. I'm using all Almay products. I'm using the Shade Match foundation. This is a straight up medium. It starts out white, and then you blend it into your skin and it turns your own color. It's perfect for those that like really, really light coverage. And then I'm using the Skin Perfecting Comfort Concealer. Again, really nice and light. Great for those days where you're in a rush and you just need to get going, because it comes in stick form. And then probably the star of my look today that I am loving is this Treat Yourself lipstick. Look at how beautiful this is. It's so red. I'm not used to wearing this bright of a color, but I think, I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging it. Okay, so anyways, then I'm also going to share with you a few products that I like to use after I get my face clean. So let's get to it. All right, so first I'm going to share with you the wipes that I chose. These are the Almay Biodegradable Clear Complexion Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. Each pack comes with 25. I use between 1 and 2 per use, depending on how much makeup I have. For today, like with what I'm wearing, I would definitely use 2 to get everything off. The reason I like these ones a lot were that first of all, they're made with 100% biodegradable fibers, which means it's great for the environment. That's always a huge plus. Second is that they're made with witch hazel. For me, back in the day when I was in my early 20s and I didn't want to spend that much money on skincare, witch hazel was one of those ingredients I used as a toner to really help kind of get rid of any residual makeup. And it didn't dry out my skin. It was really nice. It just balanced it out really, really nicely. It's also great for acne-prone skin. I don't really have acne-prone skin, but what I do like to use are products that help with that, just because I do still get minor breakouts. So for me, it's something that helps with inflammation, it can help with redness, and it just keeps everything nice and clear. So now I want to go through a few tips and tricks. Number 1 is the way in which you are actually wiping your face. I say this because a lot of times I'll see people use a makeup wipe and they just take it and they just go like this. You know, they go like this, they turn it around, and then they use like this. What I've learned over the years is that you want to start from the perimeter, so the outside perimeter, to inside. I like to start from the forehead, down to the cheek, down to the neck. Do not neglect your neck. It is so important. You will thank yourself down the line for that. We tend to carry a lot more of that grime and bacteria in the center of your face, like where the T-zone is. That's where more of the oils sit and more bacteria is. So when you take all of this out first, and then you go to the inner parts of your face and save your nose for last, it's going to mean less transferring of any bacteria or just residual makeup that you don't need in this area. I usually almost always use 2 wipes. One that focuses on my eyes and my lips, and then the second for my forehead, cheeks, and chin and neck. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick that I love to use when I am taking care of my eyes. So a lot of times people will take a wipe, they'll put it on their eyes and they'll let it sit and then they'll just rub. Obviously, we've learned over and over, especially the older you get, you do not wanna rub the sensitive skin around your eyes. It's just going to add to fine lines, wrinkles, all that stuff. So you wanna be really delicate with this area. So what I like to do, it's a little technique. You almost just take like puppet hands and put this in there. You see that? And this, you put your fingers inside where your lashes are. You put your lashes inside, in between your fingers, and then you just hold it and you lightly, lightly rub back and forth. And you will get so much more makeup off that way than you will by just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. So you do that, it might take you like 15, 30 seconds longer, but you do that per eye, and I promise you, it works wonders, especially when you are wearing loads more of makeup. And lastly, this is a tip that has taken me so far, and I don't know why, it seems so like logical, but I don't think a lot of people think about it. So what I like to do is I take the towelette and I start with my forehead, down to my cheek, down to my neck, and then I fold it. And then this side, you're gonna take it and do the other side. And then you're gonna fold it again. And you're gonna use this side for this cheek and this side for this cheek. Again, that is going to help prevent moving any bacteria. If you have any breakouts, it's just going to help make sure that you get the most out of that makeup wipe. And honestly, this little trick has worked wonders. I just noticed that I get so much more off, and it makes me feel that much better about, you know, going to bed with using makeup wipe. So there you have it. Now let's move on to what I would do after a makeup wipe. I'm talking mainly about a nighttime routine because I would use a makeup wipe more so at night than I would during the day if I needed it. So I'm gonna start with Dr. Lancer. This is a double cleanse. I'm such a huge fan of double cleansing lately. It's been something that I feel like has been life-changing, especially at night when you have the most debris and dirt and excess oil on your skin. So this is the Method Polish and the Method Cleanse. You actually use the polish first, which a lot of times people would think you use the more exfoliating product after you cleanse, but you actually use this first. It's just going to get rid of all that dead skin, and then you go in with the cleanse. So then after I'm done with that, I usually go in with a little bit of a toner, and I've been using the Exfoliate by Paula's Choice. This is a 2% BHA exfoliate, salicylic acid, so it can be drying. So if you are going to use this and you're not familiar with it, or you don't know if your skin's gonna react to it, I would say start using it every other day or maybe 2 times a week, and then slowly go into using it every day. But I have found such a huge difference with using this. My skin, my complexion is just so much clearer, and it's large part due to this. For those times that I want a little extra, you know, goodness to my skin, I will go in with my microneedling tool. This is from Glopro. So microneedling, this is at home. You can see it has that little red light to it. This is basically going to help promote collagen and cell turnover in my skin, especially at 38. This is something I rely on heavily to just, you know, kind of get that vitality back into my skin. The most important thing about this is though, is that do your research, do your homework. I tend to use this the days that I don't use salicylic acid or any sort of retinol, just because it can cause a little sensitivity to your skin. So those days that I don't want to use the salicylic acid and that I actually want to use this, instead of going in with that Paula's Choice, I will just go in with a little bit of Essence. And this one has been a favorite of mine right now. This is the H2o Plus Oasis Hydrating Beauty Essence. So I'll wash my face, I'll put this on, it kind of just brings back that hydration into my skin. I'll Glopro for about a minute. You can literally go in different directions, about 30 seconds a piece, horizontally, vertically, don't forget your neck. They have little rollers too for the eye area. Then once I'm done with that, I will go in with my serum. And for your serums and moisturizers, you can use after you microneedle because it's going to help penetrate those products even better. So one that I've been loving right now is the Elizabeth Arden. This is the Advanced Ceramide Capsules Daily Youth Restoring Serum. So I love these, especially when I am traveling, which again, I tend to, you know, have makeup wipes more so when I'm doing that. Now, if you like extra hydration, which I tend to always need and want, I go in with the Lancer Nourish. This is just a nice moisturizer that's again going to lock everything in and keep my skin super hydrated throughout the evening. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with this. This is for my neck. It is the Revision Skincare Nectifirm Advanced. I have been loving this. I've noticed a difference just helps with fine lines and wrinkles around the skin, helps tighten it a little bit. I've been using it consistently for about a month and I really like this. The only thing you gotta be careful about, again, is because it does have a little bit of acid in it, is if you're going to microneedle your skin on your neck area, just be cognizant if or not you are reactive. And there you guys go. That is pretty much my skincare routine. That is getting ready with me. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to list them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer anything that I can. Again, thank you so much to Almay for partnering with me and sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.